Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this Friday morning, getting ready for a big weekend. It's going to be a pretty weekend. It's been a great week, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We got a little bit more of it today, but had some special guests on, so it's been a good week. So we're going to wrap it up with some giveaways and just wrap up things in style. Okay, let's look at our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today all the way up to, it's going to get back up to 84. It's not quite as bad, but still warming back up. Lows are going to be 65. Water temperature staying in around 80 degrees. It did drop out 1 degree. 80 to 81 is what I've been reading most of this week. The tide chart, I mean, let's look at river readings. I didn't do the river readings this morning. We didn't, it's just pretty, they're going to be pretty steady. But I did want to talk about the moon. I normally do the moon on Monday, but I want to do it today because what we have a new moon tonight. So that's very important. We're going to start waxing with the moon. It's going to have a big influence in the latter part of October. This moon building up. So we're going to have a full moon in about 2 weeks, but right now, tonight is a new moon, so keep that in mind. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We've had neap tides all week. In the morning, they're going to be dropping out. They're going to be coming in tomorrow afternoon. So we are going to have some movement a little bit tomorrow, but it's going to be a fast, quick drop. So look on the tide chart there and plan accordingly on outgoing tide in the middle of the day. Not much, and coming in later. Okay, so let's go ahead and our marine forecast be east-northeast at about 5 to 10. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and get set up. Okay, welcome back. I was just thumbing through the book. I was looking. I'm trying to, we talk about how neat it is to have people in political office who are outdoorsmen. I wish everyone in office was an outdoors person, and I think they would have a deeper appreciation from their viewpoint. But we've been blessed here in this area over the years to have some outdoorsmen on the county commission and different places like that. And we talked about Greg Brudnicki, our local mayor. He has been real good about it. But I've traced it back, and that's why I was looking up on page 45 in the book, is this picture right here. Check this out. This is Mayor Drummond, okay? He's with an ace guide, Lee Porter. I did a little story on Mr. Drummond because he really was fascinating character. He was a promoter. He loved fishing, obviously in this picture here. Okay, so look at that's some nice fish there. And that's his guide, Lee Porter. But look at that old boat. Mayor Drummond came. He was St. Andrews' first mayor. He was an avid fisherman. There's a story on him. I won't read all of it too, but what he did. He and the two other guys, they put in the first sort of ice plant and power plant in the area, and that was a big deal. And he would travel to Washington, D.C. Can you imagine going from Washington, D.C. back in the day up to, from St. Andrew and try to get those government officials to give us some money to develop the area and all? He was one of the early developers, but I was just tickled that, way back then. And then so I put that picture in the book because I wanted to show, even back, when I did the book, I wanted to show how our elected officials, some of them really like fishing. And look at this next picture. Here's our mayor, present-day mayor, with Greg Brudnicki. So compare the two, Drummond and Brudnicki. Y'all see any similarities? Okay, I don't know, but both of them are. I didn't know Mr. Drummond. I do know Greg, and he's a fine mayor and a good fisherman and a fine fisherman. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that politically how that is still in effect. Okay, now that's in the past. Now let's look at what's coming up this weekend. We got a bass tournament we talked about this week, the Real Money Trail. Also, archery season. It's a big deal. Archery season getting started Saturday morning. It's going to go all the way to December the 2nd. So be aware of that. Now also, muzzleloader is going to pick up December the 2nd. I'm sorry, archery goes to November 22nd. We got Thanksgiving break, and then come back in December the 2nd with the muzzleloader. Okay, so be aware of a lot of things. This water temperatures cooling down a little bit, along with air temperatures. So when the air temperature starts cooling down, then we start thinking about getting in the woods and archery. I hope if you are archer, I'm sure some of y'all been practicing. Always go out there, be sure of your shot, and make sure you practice and and we're gonna see some fine pictures coming up next week, I'm sure. Okay, so let's get ready. Let's do our first giveaway. We're going to do our Sandhill seafood giveaway in this segment here. Okay. Okay, the winner is going to be Randy Burling. Randy Burling. I hope you take Dawn out and give her the seafood platter, and you get to use some fresh mullet. Okay. So let's see. Do we need to set a video now, Jeff, or we need to come back to take a break and come back?
Yeah, set up now.
Okay, let's set up now. Okay, well, this is the second part of our video from yesterday, and we're going to watch it, and we'll end up, you'd be amazed what we end up fishing with. Okay, so started on yesterday. I took the grandkids fishing last week. It was hot, so we only fished a couple of hours. By 9:30, we'd had enough. So we wanted to get them in. So two little short trips made this one video. So we're going to take a break, come back, do the video, and then actually come back and do our famous Friday fishing report, and we'll do our other drawing then too. All right, let's take our break. Go. Tell the people what this was. Tell them what you did on first cast.
I caught this fish on the first cast with the gold spoon.
The first cast. That's why we went to gold spoon. Came off. They'll come off sometimes.
Watch you got one. Catch him again.
Catch him now. Catch him now.
That was a good one too.
Was it really?
It's a little one again. Look, there's another one right next to it. There's two trout swimming right around it.
I told you they're right.
Go behind them, Mason.
Where?
What you got, baby?
It's a little one again.
I'll pull it up. Look at that. Another one. We catch them fish about every cast. Aren't we?
Yes, sir.
This is my sweet.
We should have counted how many.
I lost count. I can't count that high.
I've got 11.
This is my sweet little Ashley Kay, Mason's, the middle sister. Ashley, you having fun?
Yes, sir. This is fun.
Would you rather do this or be in school?
Do this.
Tell the folks what grade you're in now.
I'm a freshman. I'm in 9th grade.
9th grade.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. And Whitney is home, and
Got a fish.
Ashley and Mason catching fish every cast. Okay.
It came off again.
All right.
Is that all, Mason? He's not coming off this time.
Well, see, you know what? Ashley got a little treble hook on hers.
Got one. Told you.
Now, we literally are, folks, we literally are catching one every cast.
This is a small one.
I'm not getting the fish any. Which is okay.
Oh, that dang ladyfish jumped on it again.
I'm not getting the fish in it, but I'm good with this. Another one? I lost count.
That's 12
Oh, okay.
for me.
All right.
Pretty big, I think.
No.
You got another one?
Oh, you've got him hooked. Hurry up
Please.
and pull him in. You've got him hooked on his tail. That's not good.
What's wrong?
I have been hooked on his body.
That's a redfish.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's a redfish.
First redfish of the day.
Look at this.
I think I literally threw it right on him.
Little baby redfish.
Oh.
Take a picture of redfish. Look at that. You need a net?
It's little. Oh, that's a baby.
Oh, I'm gonna grab that. That's all right, girl.
Ready?
Yep.
Ashley having fun?
Yes, sir. This is awesome. Fine. Dang it. I lost it. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Who did? You got another one. Hey, you want to try to get them off with the pliers yourself?
No, sir. Little bunny.
I'll bring them up. She's catching. I like this little treble hook on the end of a gold spoon. It's really, see, this is that simple.
Is that a redfish?
Look at this. She got another redfish with more
Look
spots.
at all the spots on it.
Wow, you had to wait on me to get.
This one's bigger too.
That is bigger. Let me get mine in. I can't fish because you gotta keep taking these off.
Just swim with us, buddy. His tail is blue.
That's I know, that iridescent color. Alright, bring him up. Ashley got another redfish. Look at all the spots on this one. Look there. Count the spots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All
7.
right, what about the other side?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's 7 plus 6?
13.
I knew you were good at math.
It's literally a troper.
Them chauffeurs gonna be dead.
Take them off.
Them chauffeurs gonna be dead.
Take them off. You want to take off? All right, get them off with pliers. There you go. Put the pliers in the right hand. Oh, it don't matter. However you can do it. Grab the hook and shake. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Now you've learned how to do it.
That's a good seaweed grabber.
Granddaddy, you want to use mine?
Do what?
My reel and hook.
That is good.
We can trade.
I still think I'll catch something with small ground.
See that heron walking through the grass over there?
What?
The heron walking through the grass over there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. You got good eyes, huh? Yeah, that'd be a good picture, wouldn't it?
Well, look at that jellyfish. That's not like all the other ones we've seen.
Why does Mason only care about jellyfish?
I was just looking at it. Look,
Where?
right in front of you. You see?
Ashley and Mason, when we get back to the house, get the boat clean, I want y'all to go to Google Earth and look at where we fished today. All right?
Yes, sir.
I already know where we are.
You
No,
where
you
we are?
don't.
What kind of bird is that on that fish?
Osprey.
Osprey, right.
Bet you I can
Now,
hook it.
tell me again.
All I'm catching is seaweed.
Yeah, we got about 5 more. We're gonna fish about 5 more minutes. So I'm tired of taking their fish off the hook. It's just-
Last cast.
I almost got it to the grass.
It's just so shallow here. The tide was coming in. I feel better. Very shallow water. Really and truly, we should be fishing deep. And all the grass. All right, wrapping it up. We had a really good trip this morning, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I forgot how many we caught. We caught a bunch of fish. I got tired of taking them off. So it was a lot more fun watching grandkids catch fish than actually catch fish yourself. Ashley,
Yes,
have fun, Ashley?
Yes, sir.
Where do you catch most of yours on?
The gold spoon.
The gold spoon?
Yes, sir.
Mason, what do you catch most of yours on?
Gold spoon.
Gold spoon. We talk about it on the show now, how important that gold spoon is. So wrapping it up from North Bay, Panhandle Outdoors with the grandkids. Okay, welcome back. First of all, let's give away some seafood from Tarpon Dock. Okay, the first drawing, of course, will be for the $20, and we're going. By the way, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun. I caught a big old tuna 2 weeks ago, and we took it 45 minutes to land. That was a thrill, but nothing compared to fishing with your grandkids. So we'll catch a little trout and all, but I'd rather do that and then catch that big old tuna. Okay, the winner of the $20 is going to be Derek McDaniel. Okay, now let's give away the big red snapper, and that's going to be Mike Marquette from Fountain. Okay, that's the 2 winners there. So I'm going to sit this down here, and we're going to get started. I want to do something a little different. I thought about that. I spent more time on this fishing report or forecast than I have in a long time because I want to do a little bit different. I want to talk, most of the time I'm doing inshore, red fishing, trout and flounder and all that, and then near shore with the king mackerel and pompano surf fishing. I got to think about that. One of my favorite places to fish, y'all, is in a creek. I love fishing a creek, especially in the fall, and the next favorite time is spring, mainly because just the colors in the fall, getting on the creek and all, in the springtime, everything new coming up. So I'm going to just point out a couple of places. There are creeks all over the place. I just want to point out a couple of places, and I'm going to try to cover all 3 sections of the viewing area. First place I want to point out would be, let's start in the west end of the viewing area, go over to West Bay, go north of West Bay, and get on Steelfield Road. You're going to turn like you're going to the right there by the Southern Hay and Feed Store. Turn like you go into the see the Steelfield Road right there. As I do this, I'm gonna move it pretty rapidly, so Gail gets seasick, she says, when I start doing this. But I'm gonna go down Steelfield, go past the shooting range, and it's going to take a little while. And you're gonna have Otter Creek up here. Otter Creek is one place, but I'm gonna keep on moving to Otter Creek, and I'm gonna have zoom in some more. And then, but Steelfield is a neat area in here. Let me see if I can find it now. That's the thing about it, you get lost. But anyway, that's not it there. But anyway, here's Otter Creek right here. See Otter Creek? Otter Creek has some good fishing. It's a beautiful place right in there. We're going down toward Steelfield, and you're going to come on down to right here. I found it. Okay, Steelfield. Okay, Otter Creek. See where Sowell Branch and all that, and the bluff and all. Okay, Otter Creek Road, and then you're going to move on down. Now, Otter Creek, all this goes into the Choctawhatchee River. This is a part of that area right in there, okay? And this area right in here. Okay, so anyway, Point Washington area is all good. But now let's go over here I want to go to Ocheesee. Ocheesee is a neat place. Jeff, you probably don't want to show up me moving real fast. You go to Bluntstown, okay, and you go up from Bluntstown, there's the Ocheesee Landing. Now, you can't really fish from Ocheesee. You don't have that many rivers. North of Bluntstown, you don't have that many creeks coming into the big river. But, okay, on the river here, you go up, let's see. All right, now, you get up on the river, and when you're going north, okay, you're going to go to Ocheesee Landing. All right, here's the bridge, Highway 20. And Ocheesee Landing, you got right in here, right across right here, okay? There's Ocheesee Landing across from, I got Red Landing, I got Harry Dunn Landing, you got all these landings here. But anyway, my point is you want to fish the sloughs coming into here, up in the northern end. And then when you get below the Apalachicola, you want to actually go and fish. Now, I could spend a whole show, I'm going to run out of time, I could spend a whole show, all the creeks there around Weewall. We talk about them a lot. You got Owl Creek, you got Florida River, you got those rivers on the east side coming in around Weewall and south of Weewall. Really good creeks there. I'm going to try to get some video for you from those areas. Now, moving on down toward Port St. Joe, I talk a lot about Depot Creek. This is off Highway 98 between Port St. Joe and Apalachicola. Here's a landing right here, US 98, there's a landing. Now, Depot Creek goes into Lake Wimico. It actually flows north a little bit to go into Lake Wimico. But all through this area right in here, this Depot Creek, is some excellent fishing. Okay, I'm talking about all freshwater, I'm talking about brim and shellcracker and those places there. So you got Steelfield on the western end with those creeks over there, Otter Creek. Then you got north of Highway 20, going to Bluntstown and Bristol. You got those sloughs, and then of course south of Apalachicola, south of Weewalt, you got just a myriad of different places, especially as the Apalachicola goes into the Apalachicola Bay. Then you got Depot Creek, and then further east you go in, and we talked to Captain Kim earlier this week. We talked about the Carabel River. Then you got those creeks going in the Carabel River. You have what's called a new river, which is really a creek that comes through Tate's Hell. So you got all those places that are phenomenal fishing, and we spent a lot of time talking about inshore fishing and all. I want to encourage you to fish some of these creeks. They're fascinating, and I learned fishing in Tuloja Creek, which goes in Ocklawackney, which is north of a highway, or on Highway 20. The Tuloja comes in around below Hosford, and that area right there, all the way up through Gaston County. You got Little River, you got so many creeks and all. So get on Google Earth and just start looking. Find your main river system, and just go and find some landings. Really word of mouth. Ask some people who've been fishing a long time where some good places to fish these creeks. There's so many of them. So creek fishing is just crickets and worms and a cane pole, and just getting up there, and you can fish from the banks. There are just so many places to go creek fishing. I want to encourage you to take a look at it. And again, this time of year, fall fishing is excellent along the creeks, and you got streams, creeks, and rivers in that order. So all those little tributaries will be feeding into it. Got to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed the little segment on fishing in the creeks, and send me some pictures of some fish you catch. Got to wrap it up for the weekend. You have a great weekend. Enjoy the outdoors. Always do something good for your fellow man. Help them out, and have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.